It's been a while. If you wonder what the sound is, I have my AC going here because it's like 35 degrees in the studio. It has been summer and I've been on a bit of vacation and I haven't been here for about 4 weeks or something. And now I'm really eager to get started. And also I've got this weird camera. Let's go check out the hall. Well, this place looks normal. I put out so much acoustic material here for the last session we had, and I got very dry drum sound in here. But I have a couple of projects coming up where I want to take all of these away. And I want to make it washy, real washy, like really use the room again. But what I thought we could do today is experimentation with this thing here. So this thing here is a cassette recorder that I have modified. It has 3 heads, which means that it can record, play and erase at the same time. And this thing is a light dependent resistor, and it's actually hooked up to the motor of the cassette. You see, yeah, it plays, but you see there is the light dependent resistor, and if I put my hand here, you also see the tape slows down. Now take away my hand, it speeds up. I have experimented with this before just to try out the concept, but like once I was putting a candle here just under it, and when a candle burns it kind of fluctuates a bit, and that created fluctuations here, and it can be a very cool effect for audio for having this very non-linear behavior. Since it's 3 head, we can do this in real time. So I even thought we can sample instruments through this when there's a candle here, and ending up with a playable instrument where every single sample has its own unique non-linearity created by a candle. I mean, how cool is that? But first, I really gotta clean this place. I mean, look at this. Look at the shit everywhere. I just want to show you a little video from the past. We did a recording of this organ. It has speakers here, and I recorded the phaser effect by having 2 microphones and doing this with them at the same time. Okay, back to cleaning. While going around and cleaning, I found this box. I think I love this box as much as I love the microphone inside. It's to a Telefunken D19. 60s. I want to talk a little bit about why I'm doing this, like making it so messy and then have a big cleanup. Let me turn off the AC sound. Yeah, I think that there is an actual value to not keeping it super tidy when being in a creative space. It's part of the messiness of actually creating something. Shit just gets everywhere, and I almost felt like this, like some sessions, almost in the 3rd day, I'm really getting into it. It's almost as if the messiness I created of the musical mess and the physical mess works together. And then on the other side, I'm cleaning up the mess. That's my philosophy at the moment, anyway. The most important when resetting the space is that the floor needs to be somewhat like free from cables and stuff, and that's what I've been doing. And the desk space, kind of tidy. I did this little channel here because these has just been flopping around the desk. I really recommend this if you use Ableton. It's a very cool controller. All right. Let's see if I actually have time to do this cassette thing today. Maybe that will be tomorrow, because now it's lunchtime. Okay, day 2. And I made it a bit dark here in the studio because this experiment kind of asks for it, because we're working with the light and the light dependent resistor. I will just record a bit onto the tape and then I will show what happens. So now if I'm recording something easy. Now let's go back to that and I will put some light on and you will see what happens. I mean, the potential here is endless. If I do this. What I really want to try out. One thing that is important to understand here is that when I'm recording something to the tape and we listen back to it, the pitch changes and it's very dramatic. If I do it at the same time as we're recording to the tape, the pitch just fluctuates. It doesn't completely switch to another key. And that's the fun part here. We can first try it with the material we just did here to see that if it indeed has some kind of fluctuations. So I will back off now. Yeah, you heard the pitch went up in the end. That's because what the light does, I guess. But if I press this on record now, so now it's real time. If I blow a bit, maybe. that is too much, of course. Okay, the workflow here is actually pretty easy. So I'm using Logic's auto sampler for this. I just choose the external instrument and I choose the MIDI channel to the Casio synth, which we are sampling. Then it all goes through the cassette. And then as an effect, I'm having this auto sampler thing. And here you choose the range. Let's do the range from C1 to C6. Let's do every semitone. And then just press sample. And now it goes to the synth, to the cassette player, which is controlled by a candle, back into the computer. Let's press sample. And here it says it's 4% completed and about 10 minutes remaining. And God, I have ideas. Like we can do this, we can put one of the synths like out in the hall and sample a baked-in hall reverb. We can do it, the cassette, we can do it on the Revox tape machine. Oh, we can, there is so much potential here. Yeah, we'll just stop recording, I guess. This is the first attempt. So every single individual note I have sampled. I guess this is like a very, very complicated way of putting a tape plug-in on your keys. But it's more fun and I think it sounds pretty cool. Let's do another one. I will choose another sound to force some movement. I'm like doing this a bit. This is ridiculous. But yeah, look at this. If I'm doing this, this feels both scientific and completely stupid. Yeah, I found it. This is the best technique. You get the idea. This one. I mean, it's recorded like that. It's a bit too much, but it's fun. And if it gets too wild, you can always drag the other sample to overlap that one if someone is way too loud, way too weird. But what do we do now? I mean, there's more sounds here, of course. This is, I think, my most used sound on this machine. It only has 16 sounds, so, but this. Let's sample this one. Who would I be if I didn't give away this for free? This will be in the description. Feel free to grab it. I will only post the Logic version and hope you like it. I'm not entirely sure how I will use this, but I have one idea that I will do performances on this sampled instrument and then sample that and then use in a sampler. Perhaps a bit of a long process, but I think it can be cool. And as I said, feel free to download the instruments and try them out. 100% for free. So thank you for watching.